Hey guys, welcome. Melissa Zoske here, your wealth and energy alignment business mentor. It's getting a little windy out here, so I hope you can bear with me and I don't get blown away. So today I wanted to talk to you about the throat chakra and how this relates to what you attract into your life, whether you're attracting the right finances, more money, more clients to create a higher, more sustainable income. And so often, I take things literal. So like the throat, it's how you ask, how you say things. What are you asking for? Are you speaking up? And so often we look past that because we're just thinking, we're not making money or money's not flowing easily, but you haven't really even asked for it. And so that's where the throat chakra really comes into place. So the throat chakra is, of course, right here in the middle of the throat. And oftentimes when I'm feeling like tight or constricted in my throat, I know that's a sure sign that this chakra is out of balance. So I want you guys to pay attention to that because, like I said, this is all about your ask. Are you asking for what you want? Because you have to put it out there. You have to be able to, when we use our eyes, we have to be able to see what we want to create, but we also have to be able to ask for it, to speak for it, speak up for it. And this is really around, this could be around networking. It can be around collaboration, talking to other people and asking for help or asking for some reciprocating on what you want. It's also around creativity and just relationships with others, because when we talk, we are carrying on a conversation with other people like I'm doing with you right now. And so if I didn't get on here and speak, you wouldn't have any idea of what I'm talking about, right? So the throat chakra is really an important thing to keep your eye on. If you're feeling like you're in a group of people, maybe some peers, potential clients, and you feel like all of a sudden you can't speak or you don't know what to say, the cat's got your tongue, whatever that is, think about it being the throat chakra. And you guys, I have my Chakra Alignment. It's called Chakra Line app. And it's a very easy way for you in seconds be able to align each chakra, whatever one you feel like is out of balance. So it's on your phone, you press it, and it'll help you align that chakra that day. So easy. I'll post it in the links. It's totally free. You just upload it to your phone and it works beautifully, and it's the easiest method I have. If you don't have an iOS device, I will go ahead and post the quantum key method too, because that helps you clear those. It shows you how to clear those chakras as well. It's a little bit longer, but it's still a free course for now, and I would love to give that to you. So with the throat chakra, it's all about your willingness to express yourself freely. If you feel like you can't speak up or speak your truth, say how you feel. That's why you need to look at this area. And that includes any thoughts. When you're able to say how you feel to others, and you don't feel like you have to guard your tongue, then you know that that chakra is totally aligned, and it feels good to be able to speak your truth in love and light. I'm not saying go out there and be a total jerk and just blah out there whatever you want to say, because we want to have some discernment with that, right? We want to be able to be loving people. We want to be able to care about people, but still be able to say what we feel in our words. It's really important. Oftentimes we don't speak our truth because we're being influenced by others. We don't want them to think wrong or think differently about us. We don't want them not to like us. So we're not confident. Maybe you don't feel confident in yourself in order to get out there and talk about the topic. Like if you're trying to attract your ideal clients and you're not getting out there, it's probably because you're not confident about what you do and what you're offering, how you can help. So a good way that I have my clients work on this is to basically just sit down and write down what you're offering. What problem do you solve? How do you help others? And then go out and start speaking about it to other people. You have to practice it. The more you speak, the more you tell people about it, the easier it comes off your tongue. All right? It's just a matter of practice. I remember the first time I did live videos, I felt like my throat was constricted. I was like, I can't talk. I was sweating, and it took practice. I had to get out there and really be able to put myself out there and talk to people in order to feel more comfortable over time. Hey Debbie, nice seeing you here. It's so good to see you here, my friend. I used to be in plays in high school with Debbie, and we had so much fun. But still, even thinking of that, back then in the high school plays, it was, at first I just felt like my stomach was going to, I just felt like so nervous. And as time went on, it was more of an excited feeling. Then you'd get like even more. It was like you fed on that excitement. And that's the same thing with your throat chakra. It's like when it's open, it's balanced and aligned, and you feel so good about it. It's like music coming out of your mouth. Just speaking is like playing a musical tune. And you feel comfortable with it. And that energy gets out there so that people can really connect with that, because that's how you connect with people. So that's when you are feeling that's really easy and easy flowing, then that's when it's aligned. So when it's inactive, you might, shy away from expressing yourself. You don't want to speak up. You actually maybe even avoid groups. And this is where everything is connected. When you work on one thing, you work on everything else. You might avoid going to the schools, a school function for your kids, because you don't want to have to be in the position of having to talk to people. Maybe you're so introverted, you just can't even find your voice to talk to others. And a lot of that comes from feeling fear of judgment, fear of people that won't like who you are. And guys, we're all so different. And there's always a tribe for you out there. There's always something for you out there, no matter what. So just embrace who you are and be able to speak that out with pride. You have nothing to be ashamed of. You are who you are, and you have beautiful gifts. And I don't want you to forget that. I want you to share that with the world. You're listening to this talk right now for a reason. And by the way, share this if you have a friend that you feel like has a problem with speaking their truth or speaking up or saying how they feel. It's probably most likely the throat chakra is out of alignment. It's such an easy fix, especially with my Chakra Line app. So an inactive throat chakra too is untapped talent. It's all around. You have these gifts. You're not using them. You have an excuse for not getting out there. And look at the throat. I always look at the throat. And you can feel it physically when you have that going on. A hyperactive throat chakra is when somebody rambles on and on and on and on and you cannot get a word in edgewise. Overactive chakra, overactive throat chakra. And you have too much to share. Maybe you're an oversharer, right? Too much information. We know those kind of people, and I enjoy all types of people, so I love that because it's kind of fun. But sometimes people don't like that. It's like but that it's overactive if you're just rambling on and you say so much and the other people can't get a word in edgewise. That's a sure sign that it's overactive. Or you blurt things out. You speak before you think. You hurt people's feelings. A lot of times that's overactive. And it's not because you're just being an a-hole. It's just because this part of you is not balanced. So again, working on balancing that out is so helpful. A lot of times you'll see people that have an overactive throat chakra where they're controlling the conversation. I've had clients like that where I'm trying to coach them and show them what to do next. And like for almost the whole time we're talking, I can't get a word in edgewise. And so I'm like, they definitely have this. And so I need to work on them and slip that into their take-home treatment, the take-home MP3 that I give them to help them really soothe that, so they can absorb information. We don't always have to fill in every silent space. I used to have, growth begins in silence. I put a poster out years ago, wisdom begins with silence. That pause. We don't have to fill in every space with words, and that's definitely an overactive throat chakra. So, your money chakra, when it's inactive, you don't speak your truth about money, like how you feel about it. A lot of spiritual entrepreneurs they don't like to talk about money at all because they say money is not spiritual. And I don't look at money as being spiritual or non-spiritual. It's more of a neutral. It's a tool. That's all it is. It's not evil. All it is it gives you some freedom and security. And sometimes the freedom is to travel. Sometimes the freedom is to go buy that new course or get more mentorship. Or sometimes that freedom is just to spend time with family. Whatever that is for you. But when you feel like money's evil, or you have these beliefs that money doesn't grow on trees, or you just don't want to talk about money because you just feel like it's a bad thing and you don't want to be thought of as being, a money, monger, you're a gold digger, or whatever thoughts come to mind. If you have a shame about talking about money, then there's something wrong in the throat chakra. You should be able to talk about it. It's something that if you're fearful of talking about money because maybe you fear that it'll bring up more lack experiences, or every time you talk about money you feel lack, that's another sign. So make sure you're paying attention to that. When it comes to sales, like you're a coach or you have a business and you feel like you feel like that when you're going to talk about your prices, your programs, your coaching practice, you feel that right in your throat. It's a tightening. I want you to look at your throat chakra, because that is definitely a sign that it is really being cut off. And we want to make sure that that's open. You should be able to ask for what you're offering. You need to ask for the money. You need to ask for the sale. You need to be able to tell people what your prices are with ease and flow. And part of that can go into, it can go into like your worth, your value. I have a whole program on that called Own Your Worth, pricing your programs to sell with ease. With that, you have to really be able to own your worth and be able to ask for that price. So asking is the throat, and owning is you feeling your own value, feeling that you have worth in this program, that you can actually give people that value that they're willing to pay for. But the ask is then saying, this is how much it cost. This is how much this program is, offering payment plans and feeling good about it, because you're giving them so much value that you know that they're going to get more than their money's worth back. So that's really a good sign that the throat chakra needs to be worked on if you can't even ask for it. And that's a must when you are working with coaching practices. Hi, Jenny. Nice to see you here. So glad that you're here, hon. So again, communicating your worth, being able to tell people, this is what I do, this is why it's valuable. I mean, I've had talk with family members and even my own husband at one time just about owning it. If you don't own it, people will go on to somebody that does own it. You have to be able to own your talent. And trust me, you are talented. Now, if you still don't feel like you're talented, then that's another area that we need to work on. That's why I have so many clients. That's because we're working through all these things. You work on one thing, you work on everything, and one thing leads to something else that might be a little lacking until we get you built up enough where you feel that confidence to say, I am valuable and I can help you, and I know it deep in my soul that I can help you move to that next level. And that's where we're working on together to get you there. But just starting off with one of these is so important, because once you feel that lift, and you start just these simple little things. I want you to do that today. I want you to go out and ask something of someone, and speak about what you do and how valuable it is, and see what that brings you. It's pretty amazing. So let me get a drink real quick here. Always keep water on hand. So some of the things that you can do, and this is something I've been practicing a lot more lately, is to sing. The throat chakra is a really good way to balance the throat chakra, is singing. What a beautiful thing. I found that I'd stopped singing as much as I used to, and if you don't use it, you lose it, guys. I mean, I used to love being in musicals in high school. It was so much fun, and I sang all the time. And I found recently, I just noticed that I wasn't singing as much as I used to. And so I started implementing that, started just singing around the house and la la la, just singing, and my voice was kind of wavering. It wasn't as strong as it used to be. So there I was like, oh, I need to practice that. I need to strengthen that. As you're strengthening it physically, you're strengthening it energetically. So keep that in mind. Singing is huge. Honesty. Honesty is a big deal when it comes to the throat chakra. If you feel like you're not being honest, then it starts to close up. So pay attention to that. Being very honest, having good ethics. You know, we want to make sure that we have good moral values and we're ethical. It's really important when it comes to the throat chakra. And of course, when you're looking at clothes that you wear, blue is always good things. Blueberries, any blue colored food, because the throat chakra is blue. But like blueberries, or trying to think of other fruit that could be blue. There's probably lots out there. I've seen blue carrots even, and kind of a little blue, slightly purple. But wearing blue clothes, all those things will help. And even having flowers or plants around you that have a little blue in them is really nice. Just, you know, if you feel like that's getting a little bit stagnant, just surround yourself with a little bit of blue. All right? I hope this has helped you guys. This has been so much fun. You know, all these chakras tie into so many different areas of our lives, not just around money. When you think about relationships in general, like with your throat chakra, being able to connect with someone you love, being able to say how you feel, if your feelings are hurt, being able to ask for what you want or need out of a relationship. And, you know, in coaching practices, everything's a relationship, right? So you're a coach, you have a relationship with your client. Your client, vice versa, with your coach. You have a relationship with your kids, with your parents, with the next door neighbor. It's all about relationships and being able to speak up and ask for what you need, or asking for what you want, or even asking if somebody else needs help. Being able to speak up, it opens up so many doors for you. And that's what I want. I want to see you open doors, have more opportunities in all areas of your life. I'm a wealth and energy alignment business mentor, but the wealth part means wealth in every area. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and post that Chakra Line app and also my Quantum Key Method app program below in the comments, so that you guys can check it out and let me know what you think. I want to hear from you and see what you're doing with it, how you're using these things to help improve your coaching practice or your online business. It's always so much fun to hear that. All right, guys, you have a great rest of the day, and I hope that you have an amazing time working with this chakra. Take care. Bye.